I'd like to call the City Council meeting of January 16th, 2025 to order. Roll call, please.
Alderwoman Ames. Here. Alderman Catalano.
Here.
Alderman Currielli.
Here.
Alderman Messina.
Here.
Alderman Sismarski.
Here.
Alderman Artwoods.
Here.
Alderman Artie-Woods.
Here.
Mayor, please.
Here, I declare a quorum. Please stand and join Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay, need a motion to approve the minutes of December 19, 2024?
I'll make the motion.
Do I have we have a motion and a second. Comments, questions, or corrections? All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? That passes. Do any citizens wish to be heard on matters not listed on the agenda? Yes, sir, if you could go to the podium, please.
Good evening and Happy New Year. My name is John Cox. I'm from Bentonville. A couple months ago, I wanted to talk about the railroad crossing program that you guys got. So, after going through the process, I've come to understand that your process is unconstitutional with several grounds, and I'm asking you guys to not commit to any more contracts involving the railroad program. It was discussed during the hearing with another attorney, which kind of got me by surprise. I wasn't prepared for an attorney to be there, but so we were going back and forth, and it's record if anybody cares to look into it. But I think for the community, if
Excuse, you're talking about Irving Park Railroad Crossing, correct?
yes.
Okay.
As far as the community is concerned, I think if the contract, the value, what you guys have to pay for the contract is not met by the tickets that are brought in, well then, you guys are probably losing out on money somehow or misappropriating money that can be used for the community and somehow. But it's just, I think it's been going on for a long time and people just lost sight of what the purpose was. And if you guys research the whole purpose of why they put cameras in, purpose was to prevent cars from going around the crossing while it was down. Now, from what I've seen, the commander at the time realized that the purpose was achieved almost immediately. No more cars were going around like what happened before. I'm not sure about the accidents and everything else like that. But then, obviously it became a revenue generating system, and people lost out of money, whatever. People like myself, I've known about the system for a long time. But when I was going through my own process right now, I researched, and there was a gentleman from your town he was an attorney. His name was Mark Bietzen, I think. And he took the matter to court. He won. It was declared unconstitutional. For 2 years, Wooddale did not implement the program, but the cameras were still operating and collecting data. You guys reenacted the program about 2002, and it's been on ever since. I'm not sure if anyone's ever challenged it again, but I just think it's worthy to take note of. And if the money can be spent elsewhere and for better purposes, that's what I would think that you guys can do. Otherwise, there's probably people in your community that don't speak out about the matter because they're afraid of losing their job with the city of Wooddale, but I can do the best of my ability to inform, that your process is bad. If challenging court, you guys would lose. Otherwise, keep doing good, and I hope everything goes well for you guys.
Thank you for your comment. Is there anyone else that wish to address the council? Okay. No written communique. We have mayor's report. Before I do the one item, you all have a letter in front of you. This will be coming to a committee soon, once they get all their paperwork in order. Julian Schneider I'm in the process of opening a small Italian restaurant in Wooddale located 226 East Irving Park Road. Excited to introduce Secrets Life Speak Easy, a unique dining experience themed around the roaring 1920s. So basically, they're looking for a liquor license, and once they get all the paperwork, the chief has it, you'll be bringing it forward, right? Okay. Next, a request to increase the budget of Sounds of Summer 2025 to support a concert to honor VFW's 90th anniversary celebration 2025 in amount not to exceed $3,500. So normally we have a local band, and so in place of the local band, we're looking to put in a band for, I believe it's a Rolling Stone tribute band for $3,500. The VFW is signing their 90th, and we're trying to do a little type of celebration at the Sounds of Summer. So we need.
Motion to approve.
Second?
Okay, we have a motion or a second. Any questions? Alderman Currielli.
Yeah, why the date? Is there something about the 25th that it has to be on the 25th?
Oh, Ms. Silva?
Thanks for asking. July 25th was the only date that we had open. Oh, it's always secured for the local band night. So it was just happened to be that the VFW came to me, shared that they were going to be celebrating their 90th, and the Special Events Committee and I came up with an idea of squeezing them into the local band night slot and celebrating a little bit bigger as a community rather than hosting something completely separate.
So
Go ahead, follow up.
It could have been any other night. It didn't have to be the 25th.
Go ahead, Ms.
The
Silva.
25th wasn't open. It had local bands, right?
We did not have a band contract at that time. So we had already secured 5 bands through EMG on specific dates that were selected and approved by the Special Events Committee. There was one date, July 25th, that had been selected to host an evening for local band night, but had not been secured with any bands yet.
Follow up, go ahead.
And we couldn't call any other night Veterans Night for the other 5 contracted?
Well, we could have, but, so we had that slot open. We were trying to decide what to do, and we went with the Rolling Stones band, being that's probably more to their genre, per se. So.
And family
And we
friendly.
were already close to the budget. The local bands are like $500-600. So being that this one's a little more money, brought it to the
I'm not
council.
opposed to spending money for the veterans.
Mm-hmm.
Not at all. I just don't understand why.
Is there,
We're increasing our budget where we already have a set of bands, and it's nothing particular about the date. We could have used any of the other dates and called that Veterans Night date where we already have a contract with a band, so.
I think it's a good point that you're making. We had selected 6 dates total for Sounds of Summer this year, and we selected then 5 contracted bands to fit in. Generally, I believe it's the 3rd Friday of July has been slotted for the local band night. That was the one contract that has not been signed yet, so thus our only open night available. We could have added another night of Sounds of Summer, but we didn't explore that because we didn't want to go too far out of the budget.
Yeah, so technically, we could have used one of the other nights as the VFW night. Since we didn't have this one filled yet, and we had the recommendation for a couple different bands. One didn't sound very well. The other one, the Rolling Stones, sounded much better and more their genre.
I like the Rolling Stones,
So,
but now we have no local bands opportunity to have a.
Right, then.
For
and-
this year, but
Right.
doesn't mean that we won't return to that next year. It is something that the Citizens Involvement Committee found to be very important to implement. So this is just this year only because it's the 90th anniversary of the VFW. What we should note for the expense, while there's $3,500 for the band in comparison to maybe a $500 band, the stage does cost money each time we rent it as well. So if we were to extend Sounds of Summer and add another night to that, we would have to include the cost for the stage and equipment.
Okay, I'm not proposing extending. it.
Okay.
Right. All right, any other questions? Let's do a roll call.
Alderman Art Woods,
Yes.
Alderwoman Ames. Yes. Alderman Catalano.
Yes.
Alderman Currielli.
No.
Alderman Messina.
Yes.
Alderman Sismarski.
Yes.
Alderman Artie Woods.
Yes.
Okay, that passes.
Mayor, before you move on, could I ask
Yes.
a question?
Alderman Woods.
Maybe food for thought, but based on the time frame that they play, could we add a local band and open for the Rolling Stones
Ms. Silva?
and kind of accomplish both goals?
It's very possible, and I really like that you thought outside the box, and I'd like to explore that.
Yeah.
Right.
Because it's going to be a bigger, more robust event, maybe that.
Right, and we didn't really have a local band at the time.
Correct.
So we were searching for, because we've had the same one 2 years in a row, so we were looking for others.
Correct, and at this time, I don't have a pulse on another local band that would be fitting for the community. However, the bands that we previously have reached out. So I'll connect with the special events committee and see if that's something we'd like to do. Outside of that, that would most likely cost another $500+ in addition to this $3,500 that we've just approved tonight.
Can I make a motion to add on $500 so that if she could actually get somebody, we could move forward with that?
Second.
And so,
Well, it was a
well,
question.
we had a motion, and technically you're in the prevailing side, so I
And that was the
believe,
original motion.
right. Go ahead. Mr. Bond.
I'm going to,
I know you're a fan of the amended motions. You can seek to amend the motion to increase it from 3,500 to 4,000, and if the seconder agrees, then that would be the motion.
And that was Alderwoman Ames.
I seek to amend the motion
Um,
to $4,000 instead of
Okay.
$3,500.
I agree.
I
Ms. Silva?
appreciate the support.
Hold on, Ms. Silva, go ahead.
Before I commit to a number, I have not gotten quotes from the local bands.
Too late.
I don't want to commit to a number, although I'm very appreciative of the generosity, and I think it's something that we should be going forth with. If you wouldn't mind, I'd like to keep to the 3,500 or follow, but I just want to keep open that I don't know if it's $500, $600, or $800.
Well, we could wait, we can wait for her to come back. Yeah, okay. And then we could always ask our management company to kick in a little bit. You know, they might have made
There
it.
you go.
All right, so you're going to withdraw that amended motion, I take
I
it?
am,
Okay.
immediately.
Okay, second, okay.
agree.
All right,
Thank you.
thank you. Next, if no, no, we did the roll call on the first one already. We're going to go to the city manager's report.
One item this evening, the City of Wooddale is excited to host the annual contest for the city's vehicle sticker design for 25-26. To be eligible, contestants must be Wooddale residents and a student in kindergarten through 8th grade. Entries are due February 10th. Winners would be notified and invited to a future city council meeting. There'll be one grand prize winner, and then there'll be, I think, 2 secondary winners. And the grand prize winner will get a $100 Target gift card and be presented a plaque of the winning design at a city council meeting.
And the number one sticker.
Yes, that concludes my report.
Thank you. Consent agenda. If no objections, we have 9 items on the consent agenda.
Can we,
Alderman Woods?
Yeah, I just wanted to let you know I don't have any objection.
Oh, okay. Well, hold
I
that
do,
thought.
the other wood stuff. Can we remove item 4?
Item 4. Okay, hold on. Where is, right here. Okay. So we need a motion to approve 8 items on the agenda, removing number 4. Okay. Roll call, please.
Alderman Sismarski. Yes. Alderwoman Ames.
Yes.
Alderman Catalano.
Yes.
Alderman Currielli.
Yes.
Alderman Messina.
Yes.
Alderman Artwoods.
Yes.
Alderman Artie Woods.
Yes.
Okay, and that passes. Next, we'll need a motion to approve the 8 items. Item number 1, an ordinance approving a plat of subdivision for re-subdivision consolidation of property generally located to the west of Route 83, Bussey Road, between Foster Avenue and Washington Street, Wooddale. And item number 2, an ordinance granting a special use permit for a planned unit development, combined concept and final development plan with certain deviations and site plan review to enable construction of data center buildings on property generally located to the west of Route 83, Bussey Road, between Foster Avenue and Washington Street. Item number 3, a resolution approving a street name and stop sign installation maintenance agreement between the City of Wooddale and Dominion Homeowner Association. We're going to skip 4. Item number 5, an ordinance declaring property owned by the City of Wooddale surplus for the purpose of selling. Item number 6, an ordinance adjusting the City of Wooddale master fee schedule. Item number 7, approval of purchase of Public Works vehicle number 467 Ford F-250 from Sutton Ford Incorporated, an amount not to exceed $55,000. Item number 8, an ordinance for an establishment of special service area number 17, Bryn Mawr Phase 3, to Page County in the City of Wooddale, following notice and public hearing in connection therewith. Item number 9, a resolution approving the purchase of Mondo boards from IT Savvy in amount not to exceed $26,882. Do I have a motion?
I'll make the motion.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Roll call.
Alderwoman Ames.
Yes.
Alderman Currielli.
Yes.
Alderman Catalano.
Yes.
Alderman Messina.
Abstain?
Alderman Sismarski. Yes. Alderman Artwoods.
Yes.
Alderman Artie Woods.
Yes.
Okay, that passes. Next, committee chairman reports. Planning and zoning, Alderman Catalano.
Yes, I have one, and I would like to table that. It's a resolution approving the exclusive brokerage agreement between the City of Wooddale and CBRE Inc.
That's a table.
That's a table, yes.
Okay, do I have a second?
Second.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. Questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, that passes.
And that's the end of my report, Mayor.
Okay, thank you very much. Public health and safety, Alderman Currielli.
No report, Mayor.
Thank you. Public works, Alderman Artie Woods.
I have one, Mayor. Approval of final payment to Dame Mechanical Industries Incorporated for the North Plant aspirator pump repair in the amount of $29,188. That is my motion.
Second.
Okay, a motion and a second. Any questions on this one? Roll call.
Alderman Artie Woods.
Yes.
Alderwoman Ames.
Yes.
Alderman Catalano.
Yes.
Alderman Currielli.
Yes.
Alderman Messina.
Yes.
Alderman Sismarski. Alderman Artwoods.
Yes.
Okay, and that passes.
And then do we need to bring up item 4 while I'm speaking?
No, that'll come.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
That concludes my report then.
Thank you. Next, Finance and Administration, Alderwoman Ames.
I have 2 reports tonight, Mayor.
Go ahead.
First, an ordinance implementing a municipal grocery retailer's occupation tax and a municipal grocery service occupation tax for the City of Wooddale. That is my motion.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Questions? Roll call.
Alderwoman Ames.
Yes.
Alderman Currielli.
Yes.
Alderman Catalano.
No.
Alderman Messina.
Yes.
Alderman Sismarski.
No.
Alderman Artwoods.
No.
Alderman Artie Woods.
No.
Okay, and that fails.
Next is a resolution approving the master power supply agreement with MC Squared Energy Services LLC. That is my motion.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Questions on this one? All in, roll call, do a roll call.
Alderwoman Ames.
Yes.
Alderman Artie Woods.
No.
Alderman Catalano.
No.
Alderman Messina.
Just to be clear, this is the power supply one, right?
Yes.
Right.
Yeah, yes.
Alderman Sismarski. No. And Alderman Artwoods.
No.
Not me.
Alderman Currielli.
No.
Sorry.
Okay.
All the people to forget.
And that fails.
And that concludes my report.
Okay, next, under airport noise, nothing, stormwater, nothing this evening. We'll do approval list of bills first. Alderwoman Ames.
I have 2 items. First is I'd like to make a motion to approve the list of bills from January 2nd, 2025 in the amount of $580,126.62. That is my motion.
Do I have a second? Any questions on any of the bills? Alderman Artie Woods.
It's probably for Director Silva, since you're here. Got one for you. My question is, the $2,700 for the layout and design of the city newsletter, do the other taxing bodies contribute to that for their portion?
You
or is
need
that
to go to
just-
the, Ms. Silva.
You guys probably all already know, but I
Yes, so the billing for the design and layout is $2,700. That's 6 times a year. And then I invoice both the Wooddale Park District, District 7, District 100, Wooddale Public Library, and
Fire Department.
the fire department.
Are those invoices just once per year or every 2 months?
Ms. Silva?
They're every time that our newsletters arrive. Once we have them in full package, then I go ahead and invoice the other entities.
Awesome, thank you.
Okay.
Any other questions? Roll call.
We have a second?
It was Alderman Sismarski.
Okay, sorry. Alderwoman Ames?
Yes.
Alderman Sismarski? Yes. Alderman Catalano?
Yes.
Alderman Currielli?
Yes.
Alderman Messina?
Yes.
Alderman Artwoods?
Yes.
Alderman Artie Woods?
Yes.
Okay, and that passes.
Next, I'd like to make a motion to approve the list of bills for January 16th, 2025 in the amount of $931,508.39. That is my motion.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Questions on these? Roll call.
Alderwoman Ames?
Yes.
Alderman Currielli?
Yes.
Alderman Catalano?
Yes.
Alderman Messina?
Yes.
Alderman Sismarski? Yes. Alderman Artwoods?
Yes.
Alderman Artie Woods?
Yes.
And that passes.
And that concludes my report.
Okay, now we will go back to item number 4. Okay, I need a motion to approve an ordinance amending the municipal code, City of Wooddale of 1993, Chapter 7, Article 3, Section 7.302, unlawful water turn-on, and Chapter 7, Article 2, Section 7.204, delinquencies and payments of bills.
I'll make the motion.
Second?
Okay, we have a motion and a second. And questions? Alderman Artie Woods,
Yeah,
yes.
the reason, so I just wanted to kind of continue the conversation we had from last week while Pat was here and just kind of ask what, we brought up penalties for businesses who, not who don't pay their water bill, but who go out and break the locks and turn their water back on. Is there any additional, anything else we can enforce? There was
Mr.
some
Bond.
questions.
In terms of specifically the water, or just in generally business?
Alderman Artie Woods.
Just around the water. So the conversation was that not only had a resident done it, but a business had went out, had their water shut off, the lock was put on,
And
they
they-
broke the lock, turned their own water back on without paying.
Go ahead, Mr.
Yeah,
Bond.
we have, well, they would be subject to the same shut-off, but then if they damage city property, the lock and so forth, they're responsible for the payment of those costs to the city as well.
Okay, that's not against any type of law or ordinance or
Well,
anything
it's
else?
damage, I'm sorry, it's damage to state-supported property, which is a Class B misdemeanor.
Okay.
I'm guessing the chief would not pursue criminal prosecution
Sure.
for that, nor would the state's attorney in DuPage. But it does put that out there, so the city would have the ability to seek reimbursement and add that to the bill and seek reimbursement and collection on those.
Gotcha.
Follow?
No, thank you.
Alderman Tony Catalano.
Can the city revoke the business license for doing something like that?
Mr. Bond.
Well, there's a question about revoking or not issuing a new one. There's a couple different procedural mechanisms that come into play, but one of the conditions of having it's a privilege to operate a business in the city limits, and some of the conditions are that you have to comply with state and local laws. So that would be a factor that would go into consideration as to whether or not a business license would be renewed. There's some harsher violations that would be necessary in order to revoke the business license. So.
Any other questions? All right, roll call.
Alderman Artie Woods?
Yes.
Alderwoman Ames.
Yes.
Alderman Catalano.
Yes.
Alderman Currielli.
Yes.
Alderman Messina.
Yes.
Alderman Sismarski.
Yes.
Alderman Hartwoods.
Yes.
And that passes. Okay, next, we do need to adjourn into executive session just for personnel and official minutes. Okay, do I have a motion to adjourn?
Move.
Second?
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? We're adjourned.